USCIS is denying visas and green cards under 221G administrative processing. I'm your host, John Veely, immigration attorney and CEO of Online Visas, the intelligent immigration platform. If you'd like to learn more about what we cover in this video, go to onlinevisas.com. What is administrative processing? Under Section 221G, administrative processing is when an applicant goes through either a green card or a visa process at a U.S. embassy or consulate abroad. During the process, an immigration officer will process the case and request the applicant to go through an additional layer of security. There may be a scenario where an immigration officer just needs an additional form to fill out or just has some other questions. A 212G is actually a denial, though, and it does suspend the case, although it doesn't always mean that it will ultimately be denied. Fears and concerns. The opaque nature of this process is a reason why immigrant communities typically fear or dislike the administrative process, because people do not want to go through the anxious process. It is critical to hire a lawyer so that all the forms and requirements and evidence are submitted properly. It is very common during stressful times to forget what is required or additional items or evidence that should be brought to the interview, all because preparations were not made correctly. When an immigration official only requests additional information, this can be good news, and that leads to short administrative processing. Why was my case selected for administrative processing? Common reasons that consular officials may send a case for administrative processing. Well, there still may be a factual or legal question that needs to be sent to either superiors or even back to USCIS for analysis. We've seen delays and denials in the H-1B visa where consular officials requested contracts or letters from third-party clients, even though that issue was resolved in 2020 litigation called the IT Serve Alliance versus USCIS. It's been pretty disturbing. That lawsuit was not against the State Department or the consulates, and that's the sort of game it seems they're playing. But that case was very instructive that that sort of evidence was not necessary to do an H-1B. Yet here we are, and that's happening. The other reasons for 221G denials are unlawfully exporting possession of technology. An immigrant may be part or may have the same name as somebody who is a part of a terrorist organization or a gang. That list is becoming longer and longer. We're seeing motorcycle gangs added to that list and other terrorist groups. When an applicant has access to sensitive technology information, sometimes they're going there, it's sent to Mantis security advisors for opinions. You may have a case that needs to be consulted with the FBI or another enforcement agency. There's a large list of reasons why administrative processing will take place. Some of these reasons lead to a short administrative processing, while others can go for a very, very long time. It's almost impossible to find out what's going on with your case if it does go into administrative processing. In some instances, when cases are delayed in the regular processing, whether at USCIS or a consulate, a congressional official, that could be a staffer of a U.S. congressman, either senator or House of Representatives, can inquire into those cases. Those instances will not work here. They will not be told why a case is in administrative processing. It's really an issue of national security, and they won't divulge it. And sometimes these things can go on a very, very long time. What should I do after I've been informed of administrative processing? Well, contact an attorney who's dealt with it is usually the best idea. They can tell you whether or not it's a problem or not. Sometimes you want to tell the attorney exactly what was said. Summaries are not helpful to us. We need to know line by line, what did they ask and what did you say? What documents did they look at? What did they think about those documents? Did they give you anything in writing? Did you get their name? Tell us exactly what happened when it happened. If there is a copy of documentation, make sure you get a copy for the attorney. If they are writing something down, make sure you ask for them to give you a copy of whatever they've written down. If you want to stay up to speed on the ever-changing world of immigration, subscribe to Online Visas. Like, share, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm John Veely, CEO of Online Visas, the intelligent immigration platform where we deliver dreams.